I'm live. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Cliff Notes Live. Welcome to another fantastic Monday night. They're a lot more exciting when we got this to look forward to, right? And a little bit of just a little bit of Big Brother to talk about as well. I hope y'all are enjoying this first week because I certainly have. We're going to be talking about a lot of that tonight, and not just me. We'll talk about that in a second. Y'all know where I'm going. But before we do that, let me start off with the big old SKD 143. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love reality TV. I love Big Brother. But I love you guys that come out and hang with me every Monday night as well. I just think about it. Some of you have been watching and hanging with me on Monday nights since 2020, like right in the middle of COVID and all that. It seems like a lifetime ago. And y'all are still out here. You're just gluttons for punishment, aren't you? But I do appreciate you. I appreciate all the support. We've become a nice little happy family, and this is the best time of the year that we get to hang. So with all that being said, we got a lot to talk about. So let me do two things. I want to go out. Three things. First of all, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel, turning on notifications, and you can always hit that old thumbs up while you're out there as well. The main thing that was actually turning on notifications, because I am doing the overnight feed recaps. Again, this year I've hit one for every night they've had live feeds so far. YouTube usually cooperates with me. Every once in a while it takes a little while to load things up, but I'm doing a recap every morning. So if you're subscribed and turn on notifications, you'll get the little alert that a new recap's out there. You don't have to stay up all night because I'm doing it for you, and I'm happy to do so. A passion of love. So please consider doing that. Second thing I'd like to do real quick is just come out and see who's all in the comments section, and then we'll get on to special guest, Big Brother, and all the other stuff we got planned for this evening. All right off the bat, Amanda, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm going to go through these fast because I know y'all got questions. Kennedy Franklin, how Kennedy? Ryan 51, Michelle Moore, Marilyn Sutherland, Brian Hotsteller. Brian, how are you, sir? Mark Taylor. I love seeing these names out here. Gail Lunston, howdy, Gail. Audrey Cobb, Patricia Miller, Desiree Watts, Lee Strack, Carol Mosier, Big Jake 88. Howdy. Angie Hung. Angie sent me a great question we're going to talk about here in just a second. Tim Cox. Let's see. Paula Scar. Howdy, Paula. Terry Thomas, Kristen Cisneros, Tina Harlan Sandstedt. Let's see. LGJ Price, Tommy Braskett, Rita Coase. Hey, Rita, how are you? Welcome. Jane Haven, Mawcast. All right. A little new name on there. Cindy Hire. Howdy, Cindy. And let's see. Ed as well out here. Chaz out here. Donna MacArthur, Amy Bonner. All right, we're going to get to Detroit Red. Hey, Detroit. Rooftop Jitterbug, Shannon Gammons, Doreen Morris, Paul Fitzhenry, C. Gabarino, and Shelly Moore. I think that's about it. And if I missed you, I apologize. Barbarella Haymaker. With that name, I couldn't miss it. Kelly Sen now, and Stewart's mom, Lorenzo Baca, and Karen Loveland. All right, there we go, guys. Welcome to all of y'all. I see a lot of names I see every Monday out here. Thank you for that. I see some names that are brand new, maybe brand new to the show itself. If you're brand new, feed in some questions. I'm here not just to talk. I do plenty of that on my own. Probably too much of that, my wife would say. I'm here to answer your questions. I try to get to all of them. If I miss yours, apologies. It could just be I missed the comments. They go so quick. I've got my wife / manager to help me try to get all the questions as much as I can. So I'll try as much as I can. All right. With all that being said, Big Brother, I still got the TV on over on the side to wait to see what happens in the veto ceremony, part 2, I guess. All right. Before we go any further, let me do this and we'll talk about it. I've got a very special guest tonight. I'm incredibly excited. Coming by way of Pennsylvania. Former fellow housemate from Big Brother season 21. My friend, even before I got into the house, I was trying to work a connection with him. Nick Maccarone. Nick, are you out there and can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How you doing?
First person I met. We weren't even officially in the house yet. Couldn't even see each other because we both had blindfolds on and all that. Yeah. And I already knew I wanted to work with you. And
it was funny too. They had the wrong name tag for you too when we were on the golf cart. Remember that?
I think it was William or something. I was like, yeah, William. William.
I was like, why the hell's this guy getting his name changed already?
I should have known right then I was an afterthought. As soon as I couldn't even get my And then somehow I ended up with Cliff Hog 3, which I don't know. I guess I filled out the application like that or something, but
Okay. That's
who,
funny.
who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I tried to make a connection with you. Heck, I voted for you for camp director. You
I
didn't even
know you
volunteer.
did. I remember you told me that too, that you did.
And
I,
then
I
I was worried. I thought, oh, they're going to hold it against me. Well, they banished me. What more can you do at that point
I
in
can't
time?
believe they got rid of you. They snaked me there on that HOH.
They tried. Y'all
Yeah, they
tried
couldn't
so
catch
many
you.
times. Well, I say y'all. I don't think you ever cast a vote against me, but other people did.
No, yeah, definitely didn't. I wanted you to stay that week. And I was working with you after for, I would say 3-4 weeks probably before I got evicted. So there
Yeah.
was not many people that I would have evicted you over. So
Yeah, we tried. We even tried a little
we
bit
tried our,
later, and
yeah, we tried our best.
little ears with big mouths sometimes.
I swear in our season, there was not a secret kept. There was everything I said got back to everyone. And I'm like watching these season, watching these players, even like Chelsea, like everything Chelsea. I really liked her gameplay. I don't know what you thought about her last year, but
No, I like
everything
her.
she said was so good, but always like her stuff never got back to anyone. And my stuff, the whole house knew everything we were doing. I'm like, bro, was I not telling the right people stuff? Like, I don't know.
Well, last season you had Quinn had the HOH takeover, and everyone knew about it.
Yeah.
This season we've got some of these powers that people are already Kelly's telling everyone about, and
That's crazy. They shouldn't tell anyone about your power. I had a power. I didn't tell anyone.
I remember the prankster power, but somehow it still got out that you were the prankster.
Well, I did tell people after I lost the veto. I did. I was like, all right. But, oh, man, Tommy really screwed me that week. I would have used that power so differently if he didn't promise me, the week before, oh, yeah, if you ever sit next to Christy, I would keep you. Oh, okay. I was
If
like, all
only
right.
we had known at the time just how tight that relationship was.
You did know.
I heard through the grapevine, so to speak,
Yeah.
i.e., a wall yeller. But I didn't believe. I mean, not that I didn't disbelieve him. I just didn't know whether it was true or not because
I didn't even blame you though. I didn't blame you for not saying anything. Like that should have been on Big Brother. Like that was poor casting on their part. I mean,
Yeah.
because Pat and Holly knew of each other, and if Christy didn't come in, then the other girl knew Kat. I believe so. Like
I met her. I met her at the premiere party last Thursday, and I talked to her. I said, "All right, Jenny, it could have been completely different if it was you instead of Christy in here. I don't know if it would have been better or worse. Maybe we would have run the house. Maybe we would have just been mortal enemies, but it would have been a different game."
That's funny. I forgot her name. Yeah, that's crazy. To even think of, and then she would have known Holly and Jenna. That would have been pretty insane.
All right, I got a couple of questions, Nick. I got to throw at you. I told everyone get a lot of questions for Nick, so we got a few different ones. Big Jake 88. I'll just start with his saying, "Manifest the truth, bro." Howdy, Nick.
What a time. It's so funny too, because I still remember saying, when I was in jury, they told me that when I had said that it went viral. I'm like, I blacked out during that fight with Christy, so I didn't even really remember fully saying it until I saw the video afterwards. I was so angry. No one could get me as angry as that woman.
I just remember sitting over in a corner saying, "Please don't say my name. Please don't say. Just don't drag me into this either way."
She started trying to. She was like, "Who would you nominate if you won the HOH?" I'm sure Cliff feels safe. I still remember it. I'm like, come on.
I was like, "Stop, Chris. I'm gonna go in the other. Do not mention my name at all."
I didn't say anyone's name either. I didn't give in. I was just so I can't believe that worked too. It was just crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, God, there were so many stressful moments during every season. People don't understand until you get in there just how stressful some of that stuff can be. All right, Brian Hostetler. I've talked about the fact I showed up in an open call. First time I ever tried out, and I somehow got in the show. Brian saying, Nick, can you talk a little bit about your casting process? How'd you get on season 21? Was it?
Yeah, sure. So I had applied the first season ever to season 20. And I got a call I had applied again for season 21, and I went to a casting call. I didn't feel like I did well in the casting call, but I get a call, and he's like, "Hey, did you ever get a call for season 20?" I was like, "No." This was a random call on a Saturday. And I said, "No, I didn't get a call." He's like, "Oh, you were supposed to make semifinals season 20. He was like, "Well, did you apply to season 21?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "I did a casting call, but it wasn't that good." But I said, "You can watch my video." So he watched it. And he's like, "Okay, we're doing semifinals tomorrow." So so I had got a call on a random Saturday. I do semifinal Sunday. Then on Monday, I find out that I made finals. And so like, okay, you're flying out to Burbank next week. And then I literally left 2 weeks later. So
Wow.
it was so fast. I guess they were just like looking for specific archetypes because there was only Nicole and David that I got on from the last round of finals. So I think they were just looking for like 3 little filler people.
Yeah.
Maybe filled it.
Y'all were the very end. I've heard Nicole talk about y'all were what, like in May or something, late.
Yeah, May. It was literally May like 25th, and I got taken June 14th. So I literally was like 2.5 weeks. Like I didn't know anything. And you were the first one, right? You were March.
Yeah. My finals over in LA was March, like I don't know, March, end of March, if I recall.
Did they tell you that you were like top 50 or anything? Or
I remember one time they said, "Hey, Cliff, you're top 50." And I said, "Top 15?" They said, "No, top 50, Cliff." So
when I flew home, when I flew home, they called me and said I was top 25. So I was like, okay, I'm on the show. Like, there's no way I'm not.
Well, I spent a lot of time sharing my wife. She just kept saying, "Cliff, you're going to get on here." It's like, yeah, no. And at one point, they're going to call and say, "Hey, you did great, but it's just not going to quite work." It was about 2 or 3 weeks before they snatched us, where suddenly it's like, "Yeah, man, I better be planning just in case." It seems like this could happen now. They do such a good job of saying, "We're not saying you've made it on. There's still a lot of people, a lot of decisions to be made." But so yeah, they had me fooled pretty good. All right, Tim Cox is saying, Nick, I just watched Taco Tuesday. I think I got the unedited version. Wow.
Yeah, I honestly, I was very disappointed. I just started. I've never watched our season fully through. I know me and you have talked about that, and I just got to that part a couple episodes ago in our season, and I was a little underwhelmed with what they showed from me. Like, I think if Christy would have left, they would have showed me. I specifically remember I called that 3 specific dates from like 40 days before of like her talking shit, and talking crap, and they never, they didn't show it, but she stayed. So why would they? But the unedited version is way better. Like the full, I think it was like a 20-minute fight.
Yeah. Oh God, I remember that. I remember that so well. All right, couple more questions that we got here. First, Tim, thank you for the support. I appreciate it so much. All right, Mark Taylor saying, "What? All right, let's talk about. We could reminisce about our season forever. Big Brother 27. What do you think about Kelly's game so far?"
She's a nightmare. I don't think she really knows how to play. From videos I've seen, she's a recruit, has only seen season 20 and 26, which makes sense because she's kind of trying to be like Tucker, I think, like just being wild. But she's just very sporadic. Like she's all over the place, even like non-game wise. She just seems wild. I would definitely not say she's good. I don't know if she activated that second veto that she won.
Well, let me say this first of all. Spoiler-rich environment. In case any of y'all aren't aware of that, we're certainly talking spoilers this evening. So if you don't want to hear what's happened beyond Sunday night, you may have to hold off a little bit. But
I mean, if this is live feed's review, I mean, we
Now we always talk spoilers. If not, I try to warn people here and there. But no, Mark, thank you for that. I think the same thing. Tucker 2.0, reincarnated, whatever you want to call it, but. She was talking, I think it was last night or yesterday, and she said something about, well, if Keanu comes off the block, and Will said, well, yeah, he's going to come off the block, and she said, well, he may choose not to use it on himself, and Will was like, what are you?
You see the face he made? He was like,
yeah, like, well, it's the exact same face I'd be making when someone would start talking about not using the veto power on themselves. Yeah, but she's the kind to do it. I feel like she got a little too confident winning that first blockbuster competition because she's also said, these comps are easy. It's not that big a deal. There's no one. You take the biggest comp, take Casey, take Jackson, Mickey. No one's going to win every single competition. Nah. There's always going to be one that is different. And
you're going to be good at certain ones and you're going to be bad at others. Yeah.
She's going to find out real quick. They aren't all easy. And all it takes is one. And you head right on out. But yeah, as far as the comp, we know that Keanu used the his veto, pull himself off today. They've cut away for quite a while. I got the TV on and the feeds are still down. I assume they may be doing her competition right now.
Okay, so she definitely activated it then.
Oh, Sharon's saying the feeds came back a second ago. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she activated it, and it's just a matter of whether or not she does whatever she does to.
It's going to be a Caitlin Herman type puzzle. They probably want her. She's good TV, so I can't imagine it'd be very difficult.
So how funny would it have been if instead of Casey coming back as the celebrity guest to run the comp, if it'd been Caitlyn coming back to do a puzzle comp and represent Keanu in the contest?
Could you imagine? Well, think about this. She did come back our season, right, to be the host. Which I don't really feel they've done that since then. I know COVID hit afterwards.
Yeah, I think after COVID they really stopped doing it. I think Casey maybe has been one of the few to do it like that. So I don't know.
I mean, listen, I think that whatever competition it was that Casey won, I'm assuming, this is just my guess, I'm sure she knew what the comp was or similar to what it was. And they're not going to put a competition in there that she wasn't good at. Like, if they were bringing like a Jackson back, they're going to put a physical competition that he's going to dominate everyone. Like, they're not going to do a puzzle, right? Like, it's silly. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they didn't bring back her for a puzzle. That would be pretty fun.
I heard it was something involving jumping and gripping buttons. Or
I saw something with grip because I know that Adrian apparently did really well, which I hope he stays. I like him.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the ball rolling comp, and if so, I sure hope CBS is giving me a shout out and bringing me back. And if you got a watermelon eating contest, I think I know a guy who may be able to assist these house guests with that contest as well.
Cutting it up too.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. All right, Shelly Gonzalez is saying, Gonglaves. Sorry, Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. Ava has confirmed that Kelly won. All right, see, spur of the moment. All right, here's
he's got to nominate 5 people this week.
Yeah. Jimmy started off saying, no, this is going to be an easy, smooth HOH. Y'all are going to be fine. He's got a little bit like a Frenchie, Big Brother's point. Carol Mosier saying, Jimmy talks a big game, but is making pretty poor decisions.
I agree. He's making baby moves. Like, he's talking all that talk. Week 1, he was talking about he's going to go after Target. He's going to go after Rachel. Now he's buddy-buddy with her. I don't know if production got to him regarding Rachel. Obviously, they want her to stay. You're not bringing back a house guest for them to leave. I think that's why they had 3 powers this last competition. You saw Rachel picked up the comp. That was the HOH. She would have been able to steal an HOH. So
they're gonna not that they're rigging the contest, but they're gonna do what they can to make sure that their high profile person sticks around for a little while.
Yeah, she's not going to the jury.
Angie Hung, a couple of questions from her that I want to mention. One comment, she said, dislike his speeches. They're pre-planned and rehearsed, so fake.
Yeah, that's corny. I saw something on the feeds like, America, I'm the king of the one-liners. Like, your game's so crap, the toilet, whatever. Like, dude, you're corny. When you play to America, America's not going to like you. You just got to be your authentic self. And I get it. In the beginning, it is a little weird. Like, you're on TV, which is awesome. And you're also being recorded 24/7. So you feel like you have to play to that. He's trying way too hard. And I can relate to that, but not in the sense of like pre-rehearsing speeches like that. Like, that's
and I've heard him and a few others on here talking about, we've got to make good TV and all of that. I get it. You want to have the big drama and the big moments and all that, but at the end of the day, if you play your best game possible, that should be good TV.
You're gonna get messy in there regardless. Like, they're kind of, you like each other the first 3 weeks, and then it gets a little shitty after that.
I was watching, they have their little kumbaya moments and holding hands, and I had a little stressful moment when they had to go around the table and talk about what they were grateful for, and it just brought back all kinds of memories. I said, I don't want to hear that word anymore.
I know, it's triggering, right?
We did the same thing, and I now hear the word grateful, and it just
I hear it all the time now. I hear it all the time, and I'm like, please stop saying that word.
You've ruined the word. It's
horrible.
I know. They're still in the kumbaya moment, and I remember we were like that. I remember when Ovi went home, we were all like, oh, we love you, Ovi. And of course, we did love Ovi, but I remember sitting up in the HOH room, everyone talking about what we liked about Ovi and all of that.
Yeah, we were crying. I remember that. That was really hard.
Within a few weeks.
We knew how hard the process was to stay, like, to get on that show. It was awful. And then you leave that quick. I couldn't, like, what happened with David, I couldn't imagine.
Oh, that's horrible. I've never been a fan of day one removals, evictions.
Nah, that's corny. They did that to Cameron Hurd, and I think that was season 19. It's just corny.
Yeah. And being banished on day one, I certainly can relate to how horrible that absolutely would have been. All right, quick question for you. Angie had asking before the show even started. I thought it was a great question. Rachel comes in as the 17th, the mystery house guest. if instead of Rachel, the CBS, Julie says, "Hey, welcome to Nick Maccarone from season 21 as the 17th house guest." What do you do from a strategy standpoint when you walk down those stairs and everyone says, "Oh my God, give it
What
to
the
him
hell is
right
he
now.
doing here? What's he doing
Kick?"
here? Yeah, I'm yelling manifest the truth, bro. Well, I would have been safe, right, week one. So that would have been nice. So I think what I would have done, well, I definitely was too impulsive and like trying too hard to play too fast last time. So I would have just tried to build relationships, and I would have probably tried to pick certain people that I wanted to work with, which probably would have been similar to what I did last time. Just look for like stronger competitors that I could hide kind of behind, like a Jack and Jackson, and then have girls that can win, like endurance comps. So I probably would try to gravitate to that, but also I understand that it's not all about competitions to keep you safe. So I don't know. I would try to just build relationships with everyone. It's such a free week, like where you don't have to worry about anything. So just like build as many relationships as I could. I'm assuming people don't want a past house guest, and I wasn't probably the most favorable one either. So like I don't know how excited people would be. Some people would probably be like, "Who is that?" Right?
I think some people did that with Rachel amazingly in this house.
I'm sure. It was funny. Like I knew who Rachel Riley was going on to the show, but I wouldn't have known what she looked like. Like I had started watching season 17, so I wouldn't have known anyone like what they looked like beforehand.
Yeah, she came in. I feel like there's a lot of recruits this season. Maybe not more than usual, but a bunch of recruits in there.
Well, think of this too. Last time they brought someone back was season 19, right? That was Paul's season. And what do you think about that cast? Besides like 4 people on there, they were pretty weak.
Yeah.
Like weak, and I think they did the same thing, right? The weaker the competitor is, the more Rachel has power. Like she's going to be able to manipulate them. They're all listening to her. Like she has an aura. So I think that there probably are a lot of recruits.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know what I would do as strategy if I came in. I think I would leverage my first season of saying, "Look, y'all know me. I played an honest game and all of that. So if I say something, you can trust me on it." And then I just screw them over at the end and show them a different side that I never had a chance. I don't know. It's easy to say that. I don't know if I could ever do that.
It's
but
hard
I feel
to know
like
what
I
you're
would
gonna do.
try to do that and be a friend to everyone, because you've got a target on your back at some point, unless you either put the fear of God into them that you can control enough and be smart enough that it's worth them hanging with you, or I don't know. I think I would just try to stay a little under the radar, let other people take the big shots, and I'd just be back there whispering in their ear and telling them to do this or that, but letting someone else get all the attention for a few weeks.
Yep, I think that's smart. That's what Rachel's like trying to essentially say. Yeah, this is a good idea when it's not a good idea. I think that's brilliant because she's going to cause drama. Like she's not really that big of a target for that many people right now.
She was talking to Keanu up in the gym, and at one point, as she gave him a hug to start, she just looked up at the camera with the if it was a horror movie, she'd be like the Chucky that's getting ready to stab someone in the back kind of look to it. And I used it as my background on my overnight feed recaps this morning because it was the most, not evil, just you can tell that her mind is just spinning as she's doing everything in that house.
Yeah.
All right. Audrey Cobb is saying, Nick, tell us what, if anything, you would have done differently. Now that you've watched back our season and all of that, gameplay wise, is it a matter of just trusting different people, or would you actually play a different strategy?
I think for like gameplay wise, when I got in there, I wanted to game so hard, so quick, right? Created the Alliance Grateful, and I was just messy. I was sloppy, and it showed. And that's why I ended up getting kicked out of Alliance pretty quick. Because I also, after I made it, like realized like I don't want to be in this with them. Like I want to take shots, which is why I was trying to keep other people week 2. And people found out, so that was unfortunate. I probably would have been less impulsive, I would like to say, and I was cursing a lot, and I don't know. I didn't like the way it was like personally the first half of the season. After I won that veto competition, I loved my gameplay. I aligned with you and Nicole. I aligned with Tommy and Sis. I was literally cruising. The whole house knew I was working on 2 sides, and no one really cared. So I was really like good. I mean, Taco Tuesday was obviously big, but Sis goes home because she doesn't promise Jackson and Holly safety. And that's why Christy stays, which obviously wasn't shown, but that's what happened. I mean, great move by Christy. I'm not downplaying that at all. I mean, it was a hell of a shot. It landed, and guess what? She survived 3 more weeks. So, I mean, I think that was a top 20 moment in Big Brother history of her staying that week. Like what she did to stay. It was so impressive.
She really should have gone home so much earlier. I was amazed when Mickey came in and started saying, "Now we're going to keep her." It's like, really? Okay, well, your call, I guess.
Yeah, he had told me because I hand fed sis what to say to them, like apologize for being mad that they put you up, promise them safety next week, yada yada. He pulls me aside the day of evictions and he goes, "Yo, we're not keeping her." I said, "What happened?" He said, "She didn't promise us safety." And I remember being like, "What the hell?" And I pulled her aside and she's like, "Well, I wanted to go after him next week." Girl, you're not going to be here next week if you don't promise them safety. So I needed her for a vote really bad. Because I was doing the numbers in my head, like, okay, how many votes do I need? If she
Yeah.
stays with Christy, I would have been really hard to get out. So that was unfortunate, but it was a hell of a play by Christy. I was surprised that Jackson kept her because they were like mortal enemies, especially watching.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, she could talk. She could talk her way out of things. Oh, she was good. She was good at that.
I spent so much time trying to create that division between Christy and Jack. It was when it started working. It's like, oh, glory be! I love it. It's they're actually going after each other, and then he held on to her. So you never know how these games are going to play out.
Yeah, it's a big mystery, and it's a lot of luck, to be honest with you, too.
Oh, a whole lot. No one should ever discount the amount of luck that comes into these things. All right, Desiree Watts is saying, Nick, would you do an all-star season?
I don't think I'm an all-star by any means, but like if it was like a second chance, my kids were older, sure, yeah, I definitely would. But not like if they called me and said we need you next season, no way. My kids are too young. Like there's nothing more important to me than my soon-to-be wife and my kids right now. So you couldn't pay me any amount of money to leave them right now. But I don't know, like 5 to 7 years or whatever. Yeah, sure.
It was hard. Of course, my kids were older, so it was easier for me. I know Sam is a little hard with his kids a little younger. Yours would be even tougher at this point.
I don't know how Sam left because they were probably around the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think his kids are 10 and 8 now. So it's right around, it was right around my kid's age right now. There's no way. And I'm not judging him, but there's no way you couldn't pay me enough.
3 months of that age is a lot of living.
Yeah, you miss out on so much. I mean, well, he was pre-jury, but.
Chelsea Reyes has a question for you, Nick. New here. So first of all, Chelsea, welcome aboard, or Chelsea. I'm not sure which, but Chelsea, welcome aboard. But Nick, she wants to know, which power out of the three do you feel is the most beneficial to the players' games? I've got a definite opinion on
this season.
This season.
Okay.
This season. The ones they just found.
I mean, I want to say the one Mickey has, the HOH one, but here's the kicker. She's already told Morgan. Yeah. And if you're interrogated and they figure out that you have it, you're screwed. And Zach already knows that she has it. Adrian already knows that she has it because they were around that area. So if she tries to do that HOH and they know or they're someone they're working with, then they got her. I would say probably bringing a past house guest back then, Keanu's. I think Mickey's house obviously has the potential, but it's so hard to keep that secret based off of people were right there. It wasn't like our competitions where like you really didn't know.
Yeah. And I forgot until you mentioned, I forgot when we saw the TV episode last night and they showed that when Mickey won, Zach was right there. I feel like Morgan maybe would stay quiet on it because she and Mickey seem really tight with each other. But
yeah,
I'm not sure that Zach's going to be quite as quiet once you hear that power's been evoked.
Nah. And he can use that as leverage. Like, yo, I will literally tell him or tell this HOH that it's you if you don't keep me safe.
Yeah. And so, yeah,
she has to say that it's her afterwards. So it's not even completely anonymous.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, man. Yeah. I'd still love to have that power, but yeah, not quite as effective for that. Bill A is saying, did Mickey activate her power? No, she has not activated her power. She's the only one who hasn't done anything with it yet. So she'll hold on to it until, well, who knows? Until she feels like she's in trouble, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess she's got time.
But yeah, if I'm Zach, I'm getting a lot of leverage out of knowing that. And I'd be going to her and saying, you and I have quite a negotiation coming up if we're going to keep this quiet.
Yep.
All right, Barbarella Haymaker saying, what do you think about Casey being back?
I mean, she's a compy. I don't really know if there's a better this isn't a hot take. I don't know if there's a better female reality TV competitor than Casey. I mean, she literally went on the challenge and wiped them clean. She went on a challenge and wiped them, and was probably going to win another one. And I believe she tore her ACL a season with Fessy in the finals, and she won Big Brother. Although I did think Tyler was going to win that season, but I mean, competing wise, I would not want to go up against Casey in any competition.
She would wipe me all over the floor. She, of course, that's not hard to do, but yeah.
No, don't sell yourself short.
She is a comp beast. Her Achilles heel is mathematical equations, as we saw in the challenge. Fessy's is eating disgusting things. We all have our weakness here and there, but in terms of physical competitions, there's no one. They knew what they were doing when they brought Casey back.
She's different, and like I said, they probably gave her a competition that she would excel at, and that no one's beating her at. And who knows? Maybe she even had a practice run at it. I guess we'll have to wait and see what the comp was.
Would not surprise me at all. They're going to take care of the queen for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you're not going to bring back someone for them to get crushed in the competition.
All right, so big twist from this season as compared to our season is the nominating 3 people instead of 2.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, twist wise?
So someone just told me that last year they extended the battle back, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Battle the block. I guess because it was such good ratings. I like it for a short period of time. I think nominating 3 people is ridiculous. But I would like to be on a season where there's a chance, you're nominating me and I have a chance at veto and I have a chance at battle the block. Like, you can't actually backdoor me. Sign me up. I have 2 chances to stay. But I don't know.
I've got mixed feelings about it. I do think it makes Thursday nights a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
And probably even the whole weekend before, where you don't know for certain, or the week before, you don't know who the 2 people that get voted on, who they're going to be until the very end. So it brings a lot less, we had so many weeks where the house voted one way and we all knew who was going home and all. Yeah. And I do think that shakes it up, but I've also heard people talk, and I tend to agree with this. It sometimes slows down aggressive play at the start of the season, because you're not going to take a shot at in our season, Jack or Mickey, if you know that they've now got 2 shots to try to get off the block and get back in.
Well, even a perfect example of this, the week that I had won, obviously we had you and Jess were the only people I had talked to at that time, and ended up being the 2 people I nominated. But that Camp Battle Back or whatever it was, I was sitting there. I wanted to put up Jack and Jackson. I'm like, I don't know what this freaking thing is. Like, what if they come back and beat me? I'm screwed. Yeah. So that deterred me from putting Jack and Jackson up. I would have done that week 3 if there wasn't a battle, whatever that thing was called, Camp Comeback.
Yeah, I've used that as an example many times. Now, personally, I kind of liked that they had Camp Comeback, but
Right. Well, yeah, I liked it too. I was happy that you came back. I was hoping for you, David.
Who would have been your 3rd pick if you had to put up someone besides just Jessica and myself? Have you ever thought who else was on your roster?
Well, so the first 2 HOHs had more time to do noms. Like, we didn't know that I had nominations that day. No one had talked to me. Like, it was just you and Jess, and then they were like, Nick, come in. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. Yeah. I had not talked to anyone. I wanted to talk to Christy and Tommy to talk to them about putting up Jack and Jackson, but they didn't give me time. I don't know who I would have put up. Honestly, that's a fantastic question. Maybe Kat. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. I've thought about mine. Who would I put up? Because I definitely was trying to go after the folks who had kind of voted me out, and I may have put Christy up as a 3rd and gone to her and said, "Look, you're a pawn. I want to work with you, but I got to put 3 up. You're a pawn. You put me up." And in the back of my mind, thinking that's going to keep her from voting to save either one of these guys or something, or force her. And then later, when I found out she had that power, force her to use it on herself.
That was brutal. That ruined the game. I mean, it was good power for her to have, but that ruined. It did ruin the game, because we would have got out one of the alpha dogs that week.
Yeah, it ruined my HOH.
Who were you going to put up if you didn't put up? Who would have you put up instead? Probably like someone that would have guaranteed Jack to go home, right?
Yeah, I thought someone like Sis, because I thought that she didn't really have anyone too upset with her.
She would not have gotten voted out. There's no way.
And I would have gone to her and said, I know you're going to hate me for it, but it's just going to be a pawn. Because at that time, I really was still thinking I was going to try to break Christy and Tommy off from the rest of them and maybe work with them as in addition to Jackson and Holly. So I would have probably targeted Sis and had Sis and Jack both on the block at the same time.
That would have been smart. Yeah, he would have went unanimous.
Yeah. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, no, different
No,
game.
there's nothing you could do. You were pinned up against the wall. You had to do that.
All right, let's see. Tommy Braskett is saying, Nick, how long do you think Rachel will last? Will she make jury? And then Misfire saying, where do you think Rachel will place?
I definitely think she's going to make jury. I don't think the producers want her to go pre-jury. That's that's why there's powers right now. What else is about to happen? She can magically win to keep her safe. I definitely think she's going to make it there. I don't think she's going to get to the finals though, because there's too many people that want to get rid of her right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they can tailor a competition to, okay, I want this person to have the best chance to stay. Like the two vetoes that I played in were both athletic comps that I had the best opportunities to win, right?
Yeah.
Like I won the counting sheep, and then the whole, Jackson was built different, but like no one else was close to me in that competition besides him. So I had two left before he won. So I think that if they want her to stay and she's good at memory comps, they might put a memory one in there for a veto. Like I think they're going to wait and see what comps are there to help benefit her the best, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they want to make sure she gets at least an HOH or a veto under her belt so she can exert some influence in there and do the Rachel kind of thing to it. I'm a girl. I agree with you. I think she makes jury. She would hate if she made jury and immediately got booted. And I don't think production would want that either. I suspect she's probably around 5th or 6th, somewhere like that. Yeah. She gets there and suddenly some of these people say, what in the heck are we doing with Rachel Riley still sitting in this house next to us?
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting people in that house right now, though. So I don't know. Hopefully they come to that conclusion.
We'll see. I gotta say, I really enjoy the cast this season.
I do
nothing
too.
against last season's cast. And I thought Chelsea played a fantastic game, but I also feel like there were a lot of people last season who were a little more focused on singing games and hanging out by the pool than actually playing the game of Big Brother. Yeah. And I'm not seeing nearly as much of that this season. We've only got a week to gauge it, but so far I've been pretty impressed with this cast.
They're sloppy, but they're trying. I respect that.
I like sloppy. I mean, sloppy's okay with me. It makes for more interesting. It makes me throw my hands up in the air sometimes, but yeah, no, that's what makes it fun. All right, Tina Harlan Sandstead is saying, do either of you care to predict the Final Four and possible winner? We've talked about it, but has your picks changed maybe since we talked?
I'm trying to think. So my preseason, I liked Zach and I believe Adrian. And for girls, I liked Morgan and Ashley. I do not think Ashley is getting to top 5. I think Ashley, from what I'm reading, is maybe rubbing people the wrong way. Rachel Riley's made comments to her. Adrian was talking to the feed saying that she wasn't cleaning and she's the first to shower, takes the longest showers, yada, yada. So I guess just rubbing people the wrong way. So I just can't see her lasting that long. You know what? I think Mickey is in like the best position right now. I have not heard her name once. Everyone seems to like her. She's not making any major moves, but I also think she's playing. Like, I don't think she's floating. I think she's situated herself extremely well.
I think she's making the relationship bonds that she needs to make.
Yeah. I think Zach, he's going to be, I think Zach's going to be like top 5. Like, I think he's going to be tough to get out. Everyone seems to like him. Like, he's laid back. I did predict that when his back's against the wall, he might get a little shiesty, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, my top 2 picks were actually my top 3 picks, if I recall. Ashley to win it, and the other 2 making up final 3, Keanu and Kat. Okay. I may need to reevaluate.
Well, I had first boot for Keanu for boys and Amy for girls, so I feel like I was pretty close to that because they were targeted pretty quick. But I think Catherine we'll see what she does. She's making snarky comments too, so they're definitely a little catty in this season. So we'll see. You know, it takes the smallest thing to get someone to not like you in that.
Yeah. Morgan was upset with them last night. She said Lauren and Kat were just up there in the HOH room just acting like schoolgirls, the kind of girls that she didn't like in high school at all. So
they're young, right? They're like
very young,
24 or something.
I think it's Lauren that was talking about Will and said, "Oh, he's just so old."
That's brutal.
But all right, you're losing my vote right now, Lauren, if that's the way you're doing it. I think you're right. I think Mickey is in a fantastic position. I think Zach is going to last a long time. I was thinking Adrian was going to come in playing way too hard, way too fast. And he is kind of, everyone loves Adrian. It seems like he's just kind of coasting. He's got the comp skills, I think. We'll see, but I think he's doing all right. Vince is my wild card. I picked Vince as America's favorite. My pick of who's going to get it to the end. We'll see if that happens, but he survived his first HOH. Doesn't really seem like he's got any blood on his hands, and he's making some deals. So
I like him. Heather's been watching with me this season. She really likes Vinny too. She's like, I like him the best. But she actually picked Adrian to win. She's like, I think this guy, he's building comps in his backyard. I think he's going to win. So
I thought he was going to be too cocky and too aggressive, but he actually came in there, and I think he's gotten bounced around a little bit now that he's realizing that you got to be careful and do what you need to do. So
and he might be in trouble this week, though. 5 nominations. Like, he was literally the ultimate pawn, and Kiana's coming off, and now Kelly's coming off.
Can you imagine making 5 nominations?
No, I made 3, and you guys all stayed. So
yeah. Well, you're welcome, Nick. All right. Dr. Bose, real quick. Dr. Bose, huge supporter out here. Dr. Bose, thank you so much. Said, howdy, guys. Nick, do you need an officiant? I'm an ordained minister with a doctorate. Come to Colorado Springs for a destination wedding. Oh, and bring Cliff too.
Bring Cliff. Thank you. Actually, we haven't asked our pastor yet. We want to ask him to do it. If he says no, we do need to find one. But hopefully he's allowed to do that. Because he baptized both of us Christians, so we hopefully he's able to do it. We do have our wedding. It's going to be in Jersey because I live in Jersey, so we'll it's only like 20-25 minutes from us. It's really nice, so I'm excited. But I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, appreciate the offer, Dr. Bose. I appreciate you encouraging to take me along, but sounds like Jersey versus Colorado may be the location. If you need it, Nick, I know that Ovi is officially licensed, at least in the state of New York. I'm not sure about Jersey, but
that's funny. And did he just get married, right?
Getting married.
Yeah, I know you're going. Yeah,
coming up real quick. So yeah, y'all guys, you're getting married. You got kids. I mean, it's amazing just watching all of my family from the house just moving right along.
Yep, I know it's surreal.
So your kids are way too young for it, but they turn 21, 22. They say, I want to do just like dad and go on reality TV. Would you let them do it?
Man, that's tough. I mean, it's hard because they're girls, right? So you're like so much more protective. I don't know if I'd be able to deal with a showmance. I'd be climbing walls and killing people.
I want to have a showmance just like Daddy did.
Yeah,
and then Heather's going to be, you're off the show right now.
Yeah, nah. I don't know. I mean, I guess if they wanted to, but hopefully they don't, honestly. I hope that they don't want to. I guess it depends. Like, is Big Brother going to be around in another 18 years?
It'll be a whole different show. It'll be some kind of holographic. You'll be able to just, everyone will be wearing cameras on their heads and you'll watch everything. So who knows? All right, Shelly Moore is saying, is there a specific comp or theme that they've done since your season that you would have loved to do on your season?
Oh, man. I mean, I obviously wanted to do BB Comics, but I just didn't make it that far. That was like my big goal, top 5 BB Comics. A comp that they've done, wow, that's a really good question, that I think I would have done well on. I mean, I think some of them Battle the Blocks I would do good.
Yeah.
But I like puzzles wasn't my thing either though. So like I would know that I'd be at a disadvantage. Oh, what was the one? It was Tucker and Cedric and they had to jump on the lights.
Oh yeah.
I think I would have did well at that one. I think you had to like remember a sequence or whatever. I feel like I would have done well because my memory. I didn't do great in memory comps, but like something like that I would have done well with.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that'd be good. The 2 I miss, or the 2 I would have liked to do, one will catch y'all completely off surprise because it makes 0 sense, but I'd still want to do it. They have some of these comps where they have to run along those little thin rails, get to one side of the yard to the other and hit the buzzer. And I've always thought, all right, I would do that and I would either win or I would break an ankle because I would go so fast across those beams. Yeah. I would just go hell not for broke. And you ever seen an elephant walk across a tightrope? Well, that would have been me. I would have talked about making good TV. That would have been fun to do, just only because I probably would have crashed and burned horribly. But if I'd won, and they said Cliff won the beam walking competition, I would have shocked the world, and that would have
been funny.
But the one I missed, and they didn't have it during our season. I was really disappointed. They didn't have any of the competitions where two people were up there. One person wins. They have to pick the next two people to compete.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
those
we
that
did have
forces
that.
you to kind of declare your loyalties as far as who you're putting up or not putting up. And I would have loved to have had that just to try to do a little bit more to expose Undeniable, Grateful Eight, whatever.
Wow,
But
that would have been cool. I didn't realize that we didn't have any of them. Yeah, that's awesome because it's like, okay, first two by random draw, and then the winner picks the next two. So it's like, okay, you're putting up Holly and Jackson next to each other because now
yeah,
one of them are out. And yeah, why didn't we have any of them?
think how cool that would have been if we were 7 or 8 people. Or you were still in the house. We're trying to work deals, and
No one could swing deals like me and you. Honestly,
yeah.
no one was swinging deals like me and you. We were slinging. I was
I
safe from this every HOH. Even the last one, even the one that Holly won, I was good. Even with Christy, she was going to throw it at me. I literally was good with, and besides Holly that week. That's why it's just funny. Everything's meant, happens the way it does. But that's why we say about luck. Like, one person that couldn't beat me in that competition beat me. Otherwise, I was good. And
I felt like towards the end, I was good with everyone except for Sis. Once I didn't go in and save Jack, I was dirt to her. There was no recovery from her. But other than that, I felt like I was decently okay with most people.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we have on here? Ronald Watts is saying the person playing the best is Zach. I'm not going to argue with you on that. Hey, he's not in a showmance either, which I thought he was going to get caught up in that and maybe let his game suffer. But he's
I don't think Lauren wants to. That's why.
Yeah, no. That's probably better for both of them.
Yeah.
Barbarella Haymaker saying, who do you think is the mastermind? Oh, the guy in the Darth Maul makeup or whatever.
I don't think that's a player. It's probably just some like intern or something going in.
It's a psychologist for the show who's got an extra gig going on.
Dr. Zachary. Who probably, if it is a producer or something, it's probably DJ. So DJ was one of the, I guess if he's still in the show, he was one of the DR people we talked to, but he was the like Al the Alien, Jack's Punishment, and he was the Zingbot guy. That's the same guy.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't know the name, but I certainly know who he is. I've talked to him a few times too.
He's a nice guy. I haven't talked to him since the end, but someone said like, oh, do you think that he's actually in the house, like walking through the house when they're in there?
Yeah, no.
I don't think so either, but I did say that it is so pitch black in there that if he did, like, you wouldn't be able to see him. It was so dark in there when they didn't have the lights on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But there's no way that they'd be able to, like, keep everyone asleep. But, like, yeah, it was so dark in there that if...
So, what do you think about the house this season? Just the general theme of it and everything.
I like it, like the whole Clue thing. I think it's pretty cool. I think everyone said like, "Oh, best house." Like and I don't think ours was the best house either. But like I didn't think I like it. I'm not like, "Oh, wow, it's amazing." Like it's cool.
That's pretty good. I will say though, I would have torn up every single book and suitcase and everything else in this house once you had a few little mystery things show up.
Oh my goodness.
I did it just looking for hide and go veto for us.
Think about that. We were freaks. We were counting pictures on walls and arrows and the arrow. We were doing it all. Like, oh, there's 58 pictures in this. Like, we knew everything in that.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same thing. All right, let's see. Tommy Braskett saying, I think Will be going home. He promised Amy he'll get votes for her to stay.
Wait, what?
They put up another spoiler because Kelly won her veto power, pulled herself off the block. I guess Jimmy went through with what he said he was going to do, was put up Will as the next nominee.
Or who did he put up for Keanu?
Amy? He put up Amy for Keanu.
So it's Adrian, Will, and Amy?
Yeah, so you got to think Adrian probably maybe wins a blockbuster at this point in time. Wow. Leaves Amy and Will on the block.
See, I'm going to be honest, that's bullshit. Like, imagine being someone's 5th nominee that week. Like, you're so set in a game. Like, you're 5th on someone's totem pole and you're going home. That's too many people.
I know.
That's too much. Like, that's ridiculous. And now, like, I mean, honestly, I hope Amy goes home. But I like Will, and I like Adrian. Like, Adrian has legit chance to win.
I called Zay as the first guy boot, and I called Amy as the first female boot. So we'll see.
Okay.
And of course, I'm always going to cheer for the old guy, and I want Will to do well, but he's feeling it right now.
Especially with the names. Especially with the names as being as close as they are.
That's so weird. Nick had pointed out that his name is Will Clifton, and he goes by Will. my name's William Clifford, and I go by Cliff, and we're both the older guy in the house. So he's like my soulmate here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Patty Bell saying, who do you think is currently playing the best and the worst game in this house?
I mean, Kelly's playing the worst. She's a mess, but she's just she's winning. The best, I think we said that Mickey and Zach, I think, are fair assessments right now. I think.
Yeah.
I'm most comfortable with them being top 5. Like if I had to put money on it.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And Kelly, I just think maybe she wins out. Maybe she does what Tucker couldn't do, but I ain't seeing it.
No. And Keanu's also a mess too.
Keanu, yeah.
I don't think he doesn't know what he's doing. He's a recruit.
He's a recruit. Zay's a recruit as well. Zay said that he had only seen, I think, all of season 26 and like 5 episodes of season 25, and then the intro videos for a whole bunch of other seasons. So, yeah, especially these first couple of weeks, the folks that haven't watched a lot, they don't have their feet underneath them yet. It's kind of obvious, playing a little too hard, over-promising, oversharing of information. And I think Zay and to some degree, Keanu are doing the same thing. I feel, because I know Zay's a salesman, so he's all about logics and objectives and all of that, not realizing some people don't care about that. They care about perception and their own different goals. And sometimes you can be absolutely right in your facts, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to convince someone to do what you need them to do.
Right.
Yeah. Clinton Merchant saying they don't know how to keep a secret. No, so silence is gold, and no one knows that in here. Now I say that Zach has kept it quiet, that he's got his extra little power, and it's going to pay off somewhere down the road. What do you think about that twist where you got to put up 10,000 of hard earned?
I'm putting that up any day of the week to stay.
Yeah, I would too.
You can have that. I would have played Big Brother for free, so it wasn't. You give me 10K. This is just essentially okay. Here's 10K, and now I'm off the block. Thank you very much. I'm doing that all day.
I've talked on this show before. I've always thought it'd be a fun twist to say a certain portion of your prize money is up for grabs, that you can use it to bid to gain different advantages or powers or something.
They would have no money.
Of course, you're going to use it on yourself if you got to buy a veto or something else. But what if someone comes up and says, man, Cliff, can you buy a veto for me? Because I really need it. And it's only going to cost you 20K and you could save my game. If it's for someone else, you're going to have to really determine just how deep those loyalties may or may not lie.
Yep.
That would be fun. All right, let's see who else. Hold on. I got to scoot down a little bit on this. All right. Another. Tim Cox again. Hey, Tim. Thank you again for the support. Nick, what other shows have you been on since Big Brother 21? Also, like the tats.
Thank you. I've definitely not been on TV since Big Brother. Is that what he asked? If I was on?
Yeah. I didn't know if you'd had any other opportunities. I didn't think you had, but
I have not. There was like rumors when we first got off the show that I was like been reached out for the challenge, which like someone that wasn't officially from the challenge like had said something to me. So I just think it was fake. So I just dismissed it. But I would get annihilated on that show.
Yeah. I would go home and go home body bag. Probably not, because as soon as they say, Cliff, see that hill up there? Get up there to finish the first challenge. I'd say, yeah, my first challenge is already over.
I would need a serious, like, I've been like working out and eating better, but like I would need serious to actually like have a chance to win. You need to do a lot.
So speaking of, you gotten into any more boxing lately?
No, that was just a fun thing I did for a quick buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Nick fought. I can't remember who you fought from Big Brother.
It was Dallas. And you know what's funny too? Because I remember when I watched. First of all, that dude, me and him had talked, and we were like, "Oh, we're not really going to train." And then he full trained. I didn't have time. I was getting ready to, get a house and have kids. So like, I was not interested in training for that. And he went in there, and I was like, all right, this dude's going to beat me. I already knew. So the ref had said before we had all fought, like, hey, listen, like, this is still for fun at the same time. So like, if you just don't want to keep going, then don't. I said, okay. So he had got me in that corner, and he hit me, and I fell. And I said, all right, this is a good time to bow out. So people are like, he got knocked out. You could say, I literally got up immediately and just spit my mouthpiece out, because he said spit your mouthpiece out if you're done. So I was like, okay. So I literally got up immediately and spit it out, and then just let him count me down.
I think that was a good decision. He was fast. He was fast.
I was dodging him, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not a fighter. And I was like, he's going to actually knock me out, and that'll be embarrassing. So let me just bow out like right now because I'm not going to fight.
Well, talking about Casey, she held her own and then some doing her. I don't remember who she boxed.
Oh, yeah, that was a great fight.
That was the best fight of the whole night, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
Oh man,
Madeline or someone.
I see her face, but I can't remember. I know Caleb had a good fight with someone.
Yeah.
He fought Michael Stubley, I think, who I was supposed to fight initially. Yeah, it was the real tall guy.
Okay.
And me and Stubley are cool now. I like
KC's, they threw more punches than the rest of y'all combined, perhaps. She was into it. She was.
Yeah, they were all going hard at it. But
yeah, I would have dropped like a rock. I would say, that's it. I'm done.
That was the last time I'd seen you, and the first time I'd seen you since we had gotten off. It was like crazy.
Yeah, we had COVID, so we were all shut down for a while. That was fantastic. All right, Real Talk is saying, do you like the change to the game having to nominate 3 people instead of 2? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. I guess we're both kind of short term, maybe long term, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I don't want it to be all season, but they said all season, right?
I don't know. I heard them talk about that yesterday and how long it would go. They can't take it too far. I mean, you've got to shut it down once you get into the jury phase, I would think. Right. Bill A is saying, wish they had done the powers later in the season. Way too many powers. Yeah, maybe spread them out a little bit or something. I
don't think it's going to stop. Like I said, there's going to be ways how they're going to keep Rachel. This is what the game. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and because we know that, I guess that's
not
maybe
a knock on Rachel either.
No, I knocked her a little bit before I went in the house, saying, yeah, she's a little too emotional. I don't want to play with someone like that. And Rachel on some interview said, yeah, he'll learn once he gets in there. And then I met her in real life, her and Brendan and their kids, and she's incredible.
She's really nice.
She's really nice. Yeah. So I apologize profusely. I'm sorry, Angel. I had no clue. No, you're good. I mean, Rachel, you're good. You're good. And I say Angela because I met Angela last week, and she was incredibly nice as well. So
did you get her the charcuterie board or no?
Yeah, I was going to order half a dozen charcuterie boards, just have them delivered to her every 10 minutes or so. And then blame it on Kat or Brooklyn. Brooklyn would have actually been more funny to blame it on her. Yeah. No, I didn't do it. I spent a lot of time actually talking to Angela's son and all that. He was a really nice guy. So, yeah, I didn't do it, but I probably should have. Angela may not have ever talked to me again. All right. Azriel 2915 says, it's a house of mystery. Who would you hate to see resurrected? All right. You talking about existing house guest or bringing back a former house guest? I'm not sure which they're talking about, but it does bring up a point. Do you think they'll have a battle back of any sort? They haven't done that for a few years, and they've got 17 house guests this season.
I don't think you can, but I think that they're going to do multiple doubles again. They're going to have to.
I think they're going to have to as well. Or they could have one triple, which they've done up in Canada.
That's right. Isn't there only 90 days this year?
I think even I somewhere I saw 83 or something like that.
Okay, so they're going to have to do do 2 doubles because there's already 17. We went 99 with 16. So yeah, they're going to have to do 2 doubles or maybe a triple.
God, do you remember being in that house when there were 16 of us? Well, or 15 because David went home a little early. But then he came back in. So yeah, I guess there were 16 of us. How packed that house was.
It was crazy. There was nowhere to go.
It was horrible. Every room you go in, people are talking or sleeping or both or hooking up or just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
All right, 7:59. Angie Hung saying, do you both think Rachel will make jury? Yeah, I think Rachel. I think we're both in agreement. She makes jury and probably then some. She's got to. She's not coming over here just to show up. Although having said that, I don't think she wants to make jury, first jury, second jury member have to sit in that house alone. I think she'd be a little bit like Sam was in our season, saying, before I do that, send me home pre-jury or something. All right, I got another one for you real quick, Nick. We got like 1 minute.
Okay.
During the live voting, when you were doing your live voting, did you ever tell Julie that she looked glamorous or beautiful or amazing?
I did. It was Jess's HOH. Because I had landed on Haley's comment, Haley Brock comment, and she always used to say she was ravishing. So I said it that week that she looked ravishing because I landed on Haley's comment. But that was the only time I ever did.
I just wonder. I never complimented Julie. Maybe that's why she gave me a cold shoulder when I came at her. So.
Well, she doesn't. I don't think she probably likes me much. I like Julie though, but
I think she's on a bit of she was fine. I have no problem. All right, let's see. Bill A saying 83 days, and Hunter Green is saying in September 28th. Okay, so yeah, definitely a little bit shorter season even than ours. So yeah, they better get to moving with some of these evictions. All right, but yeah, we got shut down. I hate to do it. What do you think about Zach just bursting into tears when Zay went home?
What was that?
Seems like I guess he makes friends fast.
That was crazy. Listen, I got sad, but like these people were crying over people for 2 days. Like I was sad. Like, we cried for Ovi. That was day 15, and that was like an emotional, like safe space in the HOH while we were all stuck together. Like,
yeah,
this was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I was quite that tight with anyone in that house.
Nah.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I don't know if it's just trying to.
That was more than tears, too. That was great. I know. I think it was genuine. Like I think it was really that sad.
Yeah, you do get to know these people in here. I mean, it's easy to say I'm going to cutthroat people and do this and that, but you do develop relationships in there. It's tough. And speaking of, thank you. I've seen all your stuff that you've done here lately on your Instagram, doing little clinical terms and ideas and all of that. So if y'all don't follow Nick, check him out on Instagram and look at some of the stuff he's posted. So what else is going on? Anything we need to promote and need to talk about before we shut this down?
Man, I'm just blessed. That's it, man. I just keep living, just trying to be a great role model for my kids every day and for my fiance, and that's really it, man. I'm so blessed, happy.
That's kind of all it takes. I mean, yeah, the priorities in check with that one in the right place. So, all right, well, Nick, we got to shut down, but thank you. We're gonna have to do it again.
I really appreciate you having me on. It was nice to catch up with you too, because it's been way too long.
We're gonna have to do it in person. I'm gonna talk a little fancy football and some Philly sports and stuff here before too long.
We'll make something work.
All right, Nick, have a great one. All right, before we shut down, let me just tell everyone again, if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can always hit the thumbs up. If not for me, hit the thumbs up for Nick. I know he appreciates it, but thank you guys. Have a fantastic Monday. We're going to be back again next Monday. Between now and then, shoot me any questions you want about the season as we go through this next week. Maybe doing overnight feed recaps. So yeah, check me out Monday mornings as well. And if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then you'll get those notifications. And I'll wrap it up with a big old SKD 143. Love my wife, love my kids, love reality TV, love all of you guys. Nick, I love you as well, my man.
All right, Cliff, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, guys. Y'all have a great one, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.